This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Good evening, everyone, and we are coming to you live from Noble High School on the campus of Noble High School. My name is Jordan Ray. It's great to be with you here in this matchup, first round in the Noble Regional. This matchup between Midwest City and Noble. Well, interestingly enough, both teams with 17 losses, but Midwest City's played 14 more games, and they have the winning record at 20-17. Jordan Ray joined by Tom Carpenter. We got on a little late. We apologize for that. You missed a 1-2-3 inning for the Noble Bears. They went down quietly there after baseman was caught stealing.
Guymon Tigers.
Guymon Tigers. Sorry, I'm saying what I'm saying. Noble.
Yeah.
Because that's where we're at. But anyway, we want to talk about the starting lineups. We're going to go ahead and get to the bottom of the first inning here. Here are the Midwest City Bombers batting order. Terrence Rideau will lead off playing at catcher. Devin Sissons batting second at third base. Brian Williams Jr. batting third at center field. Kevin Nelson is DHing. He's the cleanup hitter. James Washburn batting fifth at shortstop. Stephen Llewellyn batting sixth at second base. Kenny Colson will be playing first base for this game, batting seventh. Lincoln King, right fielder, batting eighth. Torrey Ware batting ninth. He's the left fielder. And then here is the Guymon fielders. The outfield from left to right, Drazen Romero, Jonathan Christian, Kyle Romero. Maybe brothers there. The infield from left to right, Kyle Hartman at third, Pacheco, that is Miss Rain Pacheco at shortstop. Jeremiah Bankston is playing second base. Matthew Connor is the first baseman. The battery for Noble, Isaiah Dunnigan starts at catcher, and Julius Villarreal is the pitcher. All right, we look forward to bringing you this game. We, again, are an inning late, half inning late. So this will be the bottom of the first inning. Bottom of the first innings, of course, are brought to you by Rose State College. And now we get to bring in Tom Carpenter. Tom, great to have you for postseason Midwest City Bomber baseball. We haven't done this before, so this is exciting.
It's great to be here. I umpired Midwest City a few times this year, and they've always come through and done pretty well. They got run ruled kind of on a walk-off grand slam and more last week. But we had a home run out of Kenny Colston, and that was impressive. And we still put on a pretty good show against a bigger team from a bigger class. So let's see what we do with Rideau up first.
So Rideau facing the pitcher for Guymon, that being Julius Villarreal. First pitch.
Ball one.
Ball one. Again, Sherpa Moving is the starting lineup sponsor. We'll talk more about them here in a minute as Terrence Rideau works a 1-0 count. Hard hit but foul. Our foul balls, of course, are brought to you by Bobby Lewis Insurance. Bobby Lewis, surprisingly great rates at 2 locations to serve you in Choctaw and Del City. That will be allowed strike one. This guy only a freshman, Tom, and he has a Midwest City Bomber name.
Right. Rideau, Rodney Rideau played a while back, and they're cousins, I found out. So, like I said, it's another Bomber legacy.
Takes ball two there. Again, this is a Rose State bottom of the inning. That's the inning we're starting with. We saw we missed the first part of the inning, some technical issues. Mainly that's me.
I didn't want to say anything.
Ready. I beat you to it. Rideau grounds to short.
Oh,
and it's bobbled by the shortstop for Guymon. That's Pacheco.
And Rideau gets that 90 feet pretty quick, so it's going to be. If you fumble a ball at all, you're not going to get him out.
Well, would you call that an E6, Tom, or infield hit?
I'd give it an E6.
I would agree with that. So batting second now, Devin Sissons. He had to put out at third base. We know the coach for Midwest City, Coach Joe Haddix, has been kind of experimenting with the number 2 hole hitter. It's been Lincoln King some. Now it's back to Devin Sissons, who had that spot earlier in the season. Rideau takes off immediately. The throw not in time. And Rideau takes second base. So it's a wide shot. We got you. We don't have a camera operator here unless Tom wants to do some extra work. But he's content to keep
let me think for a second. No.
He's content to just keep track, as I am, of who's doing what. So Rideau right away, Tom, didn't waste any time. The throw from Isaiah Dunnigan, not in time.
Right, and these first games of regionals, when they're set up like this, you know, they have the higher-ranked teams playing the lesser-ranked teams, so a lot of times you do get a run rule, which was the case of Noble with Southeast Oklahoma City. So.
Well, Midwest City's going for it. You know, Guymon finished 6th. They have a losing record. Midwest City a winning record in their district. Guymon finished 6th in District 1, 5A. Midwest City District 2, 5A finished 3rd. Sissons squaring to bunt.
Ooh.
And that's another Bobby Lewis foul ball.
Daddy always said if you get the bunt signal and you pop it up in the air, you just drop your bat and start running, because good things usually don't happen when you pop it up in the air when you got your bunt.
Even if it's clearly in foul territory.
Well, you know.
No, I agree. I mean,
he could have caught it if he had the wheels on it, but.
Any chance you send Rideau just for a straight steal?
It's a possibility because he is so fast.
It's amazing he plays catcher. They're going to go back to second, and it gets past the infielder. Rideau will go ahead and take that third base.
The coach is looking at turning, see if they got the ball in.
So the throw to Bankston was low. That's the second baseman for Noble, and already the Bombers have a runner at third, nobody out. The winner of this game takes on Noble, who beat Southeast 11-1 in 6 innings. It was a walk-off win for Nobles. They got the a 1 run in the bottom of the 6th to end the game. Sissons fouls that off. Now, it's not uncommon in baseball, Tom, to still keep bunting. You don't see that in Major League Baseball with a runner at third base, the squeeze play.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of that.
You'll see that some in high school.
Not as much. I've seen it. Even saw some recently. That kid almost got his head knocked off.
1-2 pitch is high for ball 2. It's just my opinion. You see it more in high school than you'll see it in Major League Baseball.
Right, because
in Major League Baseball, it's very rare these days, it seems like. You see a squeeze play. You're not going to see it here. It's a 2-strike count on Sissons. It looks like he's definitely hitting away. Here's a 2-2 pitch.
Foul.
Another Bobby Lewis foul ball. I'll tell you guys, you get your money's worth with these foul ball sponsors. If you want to outbid Bobby Lewis next year, just let us know at the Oklahoma Sports Network. So Julius Villarreal, the pitcher for Guymon, really hasn't been hit hard yet, so only 2 batters in, but, you know, Rideau's at third base because of E6. Outside, good eye there from Sissons, Tom.
Yes, that would be close. That was close when the umpire was looking at it. Well, you can tell the way he was leaning. It was close, but probably just out on the white and out of what they call the river between the base and the white stripe. Just out of that.
So here's Villarreal's payoff pitch. Ground ball past the third baseman. That's RBI. A base hit. An RBI single for Devin Sissons, and Midwest City's on the board. Let's go and see if we can get a replay for you here. There it is. I know it's dim out there because of the clouds, but hopefully you got a good look at a good swing from Devin Sissons, making the score 1-0. That replay brought to you by Eastside Church of Christ. And we thank them for their support of Middale baseball. Brian Williams coming up. Tom, it's so important for Midwest City in these playoffs that they have base runners when he's up, and they have one now.
He's a ball player. That's all I can say. He's a ball player.
Takes a big swing at that first pitch, and it's hit high to right center field. Good play there by the right fielder for Guymon, who's batting, being DH'd for. That's Jonathan Christian, and he gets out number 1. So Williams being aggressive. and he flies out to right field. And now, if you have a stereotype with stocky hitters that they can hit the ball a long way, this guy is part of that. Kevin Nelson.
See a lot of that with their DHs this year. I saw one place, can't remember the school, but they had a kid that was a little bitty guy, but he could hit the ball. He had the good bat speed, and he'd get around on it and get on first base almost every time.
Yeah, we're only saying Kevin Nelson. If he looks like a power hitter, he is. That ball gets past the catcher. That'll be an easy take of second base by Sissons, and Nelson's had the count 0-1. So Nelson with a runner in scoring position. He's DHing this game. He can play first base, and perhaps when Midwest City starts to use pitchers that they will hit with, which would be this game 2 for him, you will then see Kevin Nelson be at first base. Big hack there, fouls it off, ball 2.
He takes a mean swing at it.
Yeah, he's there to drive in runs. He's not. Doesn't mean though he'll swing at anything. He's just going to be aggressive. He'll take the first thing he sees. Like you saw there, I mean that's an easy pitch to take, but he won't be too aggressive. Works the count now 2-1. Again, Villarreal the pitcher for Guymon. Giving up one base hit, but he got Brian Williams out, which is quite a feat. Now he's trying to get Kevin Nelson out, trying to limit the damage. Maybe not. Nelson drives one left field. He got under it. The wind's carrying it.
Left fielder can't find it.
Left fielder can't quite find it. Then he catches it. Good job by the left fielder for Guymon, that being Drazen Romero. And the two big hitters fly out for Midwest City. Now James Washburn will come up to bat. He's the shortstop.
Number 14, Washburn.
With 2 outs here, bottom of the first inning. Again, this is bottom of the first. We missed the top of the first, but it was a very uneventful inning there. The biggest drama was a caught stealing by Terrence Rideau. We may talk about that next inning. Washburn hits one hard.
Another pop-up.
But it stays in the air. It's actually toward the shortstop. Didn't get past the infield. Taken by the shortstop for Guymon, that being the leadoff hitter, Misraim Pacheco. We'll talk about him in a second here. All right, we're not going to take a break. We're going to go ahead and go over the starting lineups when we play the top of each inning, which is going to be brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. So it looks something like this. Guymon's batting order. We have Misraim Pacheco batting first, playing shortstop. We don't have the classifications for these hitters, but we'll give you the names, of course, positions. Isaiah Dunnigan, the catcher, batting second. Drazen Romero playing left field, batting third. Kyle Harmon is the cleanup hitter for Guymon. He plays third base. Jeremiah Bankston bats fifth, plays second base. Christian Medrano bats sixth. He's the designated hitter. The pitcher, Julius Villarreal, bats seventh, plays pitcher. Matthew Connor, the first baseman, bats eighth. And may have a wrong name for you here. No, that's Andre Ozeda at center field. My mistake there. So I'm going to go ahead and correct that because I want to point that out. So we want to give him credit for being out there in the batting order. That's, again, Andres Ozeda. I put this together in a bit of a hurry, Tom. What can I say? So he's a center fielder. The right fielder, Jonathan Christian, is going to be DH'd for. All right, let's go ahead and show you the Midwest City Bomber fielders for this game. The outfield, usual outfield from left to right. Torrey Ware in left field, Brian Williams, center field, Lincoln King in right field. The infield from left to right. Devin Sissons at third base, James Washburn at shortstop, Stephen Llewellyn at second base. Kenny Colson will play first base in this game. He'll play a lot of different positions for Midwest City. Terrence Rideau is the catcher, so that's part of the battery for Midwest City. Noah Polston, Tom, is the pitcher. So what's important for Noah in this game?
Just throw ground balls. Let him hit the ball and
So you would say keep the ball low?
Yep. Just let them hit it and let our fielders make the plays.
First pitch to Kyle Harmon's a ground ball out. Where did that go, Tom?
Shortstop.
So Washburn with it. I was not looking up. I will apologize for that. But so far, the only damage done to Polston, it's been a walk that was top of the first inning, Misraim Pacheco, and he got thrown out, caught stealing. So that's good for
after base
Rideau,
on balls, yeah.
After base on balls. So this inning is now top of the second inning. Midwest City with an early lead. Batter now Jeremiah Bankston. Takes a strike there. Moves the count to 1-1. Tom, I got to say, as long as it doesn't rain, this is ideal weather.
Well, they canceled them yesterday when they should have. It turned out to be beautiful. Best day for baseball I think we've had all year.
Good location there from Polston as he gets ahead in the count 1-2 with a called strike there.
Saw where Shane Hawk at Choctaw got his games in, and they're supposed to do their finals tonight at 4.
That pitch definitely way inside, ball 2. Yeah, it was interesting. I guess the Noble officials felt like right field was too swamped, is the indication I got on social media. That ball was right at Colston. You could not ask for a better play there
right
for your first baseman. That's as easy as it gets. It was kind of an excuse-me swing from Bankston, and it's 2 out now here in the top of the second inning. Now hitting is the designated hitter, Christian Madrano. That's it, Madrano.
My bad.
No, your handwriting's fine. It's me. Oh, he gets hit. Not what you want from Polston, but it's 2 outs, and be the second base runner for Guymon. The last base runner, of course, got thrown out. I actually was telling a former Midwest City teacher, we may talk more about him this broadcast and next one for sure, but he's now at Noble, that I wasn't sure about Terrence Rideau as far as keeping base runners at bay, and very first base runner, he proves me an idiot, for lack of a better term.
Well, I got some
terms.
There's
a strike.
I got some terms for you, but I won't use it.
Don't hold back, Tom, unless they're
we might get in trouble on the air. Yeah.
Okay. Pitch outside. Good glove work there by Rideau to keep it from getting to the backstop.
I guess Knucklehead won't be censored, so I guess I'm good with that one. So
okay.
There you go. No, you did a great job setting this thing up as fast as we had to set it up, and we didn't really know when the game was going to start.
The tricky part's getting the lineups in. That's a foul ball, so strike 2.
That came off Rideau and the umpire.
So that's the thing that can rush us, is getting the lineups typed up so you guys can see who's batting. I like doing that. Of course, our starting lineups are brought to you by Sherpa Moving. Sherpa Moving is a full-service moving company. They offer packing, unpacking, and special handling services. They're experienced and knowledgeable and help you get through difficult times that are moving, which they are hard. 405-724 is the number, 405-724-8750 is the number for Sherpa Moving. That's another Bobby Lewis foul ball. Count stays 1-2 as Polston looks to get out of this inning. This inning, of course, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, located at 5500 Tinker Diagonal in Del City. Come to Buffalo Wild Wings to support the Midwest City baseball team. Tom and I did that earlier today, right, Tom?
Yes, we did. Supported them well.
Show them the card. Oh, they got a pickle for the base runner. Let's see how many throws it takes to get him out. Colston will apply the tag, and that will end the inning. So both base runners have been retired. So Madrano
will come back to bat.
Hit by.
Oh no, he's the one.
He was the one who was hit by pitch and then caught in a rundown. Okay, that's going to do it for the top of the second inning, and we will have the bottom of the second inning coming up here in a moment. You're watching Midwest City Bomber baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Have you ever seen an insurance commercial and asked yourself, are they really telling me the truth? Well, guess what? They're not.
somebody runs a red light, and you think all of a sudden their insurance company is going to be all neighborly about it? Insurance companies aren't in the business of saving you money. They're in the business of keeping your money.
So remember, save our number in your phone so when tragedy strikes.
Call Rob and Will.
Welcome back to Midwest City Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray, very happy to be joined by Tom Carpenter in the booth. This is going to change to the bottom of the second inning. Midwest City with a 1-0 lead. Carl Albert is also playing on the Oklahoma Sports Network, by the way. We're not sure they're going to play this game, but they won their first game earlier today, soundly defeating John Marshall, as they are looking really good to get to state and defend their state championship they won last year. Midwest City's hoping to join them. And, Tom, you've seen Noble. I mean, we don't want to talk too far ahead. Midwest City's got some business to take care of here, but I think this is the Bombers' one of their best chances to get to state in recent years.
Oh, absolutely.
It's going to be Noble's tough. It's a tough regional, but they can do it. The Bombers can do it.
Noble's a good team, and I think the Bombers have a very good chance this year to get to state.
That's Stephen Llewellyn batting now. I believe he'll be pitching against Noble. He is the ace of the Bomber pitching staff. And when I say pitching, I mean their next game if they win this one. Takes it low there. Ball. For ball, count now goes 2-0. But for this game, he's going to play second base. And he does normally bat sixth. And that's the key. For Midwest City, you got to win the games that he's starting on the mound. You got to win this game too, of course. Takes an outside pitch there. Count goes 3-0. See if Midwest City, Tom, may have a more patient approach. Of course, Kevin Nelson and Brian Williams, they were aggressive and got themselves out, if you will. Meanwhile, we see a walk from Stephen Llewellyn as he was very patient, and Midwest City will have their third base runner of the day. They're ahead 1-0 thanks to an RBI single from Devin Sissons. Here's Kenny Colston. We expect him to pitch as well later in this regional. He's playing first base here in this game.
Let's see if he can hit him. Last time I saw him at bat, he hit a dinger that I don't know if it's come down yet. I mean, he hit that ball.
Well, he was the player of the week for Midwest City because of that and some good pitching in the last week as they finished strong in district play. They throw back to first, does Villarreal. Well, and Llewellyn gets back easily.
They were playing more, and it was a non-district. They were just trying to get it in. It was good. Both of them were trying to get some practice in before the regional started. So,
well, I think Colston also had a pitching victory in district game against Lon MacArthur. He slices that one to the outfield. That's going to drop between the right fielder and center fielder for a base hit. And taking third is Llewellyn. So runners at the corners for Midwest City. So strong play from Kenny Colston continues. And now here's the one lefty in the lineup for Midwest City, Lincoln King. Now, Tom, we know Lincoln King can run. We also have a speedy base runner at first. I mean, you got a lot of options here. Bunting, just straight steal with a runner at third. You might steal the run. Anything you anticipating here?
No, I think he just let him hit away because he can beat it to first.
Colston does take off. No swing and no throw.
Yeah, a lot of teams don't do the first and third anymore. They just let it go. They're afraid it's going to cost them an extra run. So,
do you think Llewellyn would take off? Now, he's not the fastest guy. He'll admit it. But I don't know if he needs to be in that situation. I wonder if he would have taken off with the throw. We'll never know.
Probably not, because that's where they have the first and third play on. You throw it back to the pitcher, to the shortstop.
Yeah.
And then they get gunned out at home and look really bad. Got the infield in. Notice the umpire was waving them in out in the field. That means he's back behind them because they're playing in to get the play at home.
2-0 pitch. And we have not seen really too many pitches in the strike zone from Villarreal.
No, he's not. He's not been. I think he's been all over the place. I don't think he's hitting his targeted spot.
So here's the 3-0 count now. And that's going to be ball 4. Bases are loaded for Torrey Ware. Now this is someone, even with the bases loaded, Tom, you would think about maybe squeezing.
No, not. I disagree with that just for the fact that it's a force play at home.
Okay.
You know, if you've got a guy that can really
that would be the reason not to.
If you got a guy can punch it between first and the pitcher's mound, where the pitcher can't field it right away. Yeah, that's a great. Piedmont had a guy for a few years that was just that's all he'd do was bunt, and he'd get on base because he was fast and he could place it. He'd see where their guys were lining up, and they knew he was going to bunt, and he'd just shoot it, you know, toward the shortstop, and the shortstop couldn't get there fast enough for him to throw him out. So I'm thinking he's just going to aim hit away. Infield.
Yeah, maybe I overthink this stuff, but I do see it.
Infield's in again. See, they're moving in.
I do see bunts with bases loaded. I think if you feel like you have a good bunter, you feel like you can get that runner at third.
Yeah.
Home. Now, you may need a faster runner at third than Llewellyn. Not that he's slow, but he's not amongst the fastest players. Torrey Ware swings and misses that pitch. That's the first swing and miss we've seen, I think, for either side. I don't think we've seen actually Guymon take too many hacks where they swung and missed yet. So it's strike 1. We have not seen a strikeout yet. We hope to for Dynamic Health Clinic. Ware takes that pitch inside for a ball, evens the count 1-1. Nobody out, bases loaded. Midwest City would love to run Rule Guymon, but you got to put in the work, and you got to come through and get some runs here with the bases loaded, nobody out. That's going to get past the catcher. That's going to score Llewellyn standing up. So Llewellyn scores on a wild pitch. And Midwest City now takes a 2-0 lead. And that's one reason why you hit away, Tom. I mean, when the pitcher is not in command right now, you don't do anything to help him out. Ground ball is second. They fake throwing home. They do go to first base. Colston slides in. Looks like he almost hit the catcher's helmet, but I think he's okay. And that's going to be another run for Midwest City. Also 1 out as they take the out at first base. So interesting decision there by Jeremiah Bankston of Guymon. He faked the throw home. I think he might have wanted to go, thought better of it, probably made the right play.
That's their first deal is try to see if they can get the out at home. If they can't, they
yeah.
Check the runner and go to first if you can, because if they could get him out, they would.
So Terrence Rideau batting. He reached on an error his last time. Lincoln King on runner at third. Rideau pops this one up. Shallow center field. It drops. Lincoln King will be able to score easily. He still slides.
Looks good.
I think, Tom, you slide in that situation because for the love of the game. You want to be a little kid for that moment.
It's kind of fun on that carpet, too. Those kids have figured it out. And if they do it right, they won't get, too much because you can get a pretty good burn on that carpet.
So an RBI single for Terrence Rideau, the freshman. Having a good day so far as he has thrown out a base runner. He's given Midwest City their 4th run here. Scored their 1st run. Here's Devin Sissons batting now.
Golly.
Pitch goes inside. Just a little inside, huh?
I heard somebody yell, "Wear it." I don't believe in that. These kids are throwing the ball too hard to take the pitch and let it hit you. I mean, I'm sorry. If it's a little roundhouse curveball, maybe. But
interesting. That was kind of an excuse me swing there.
Yes,
Bobby Lewis foul ball, and if Sissons didn't make contact, that was going to be an easy steal second by, as you've said, Tom, a very speedy base runner, and Terrence Rideau. Sissons with an RBI single. Bombers lead 4-0, so they're starting to establish their dominance here as they are an upper echelon team in 5A. The thing is, Tom, there's a lot of gaps here between teams. And that will be a foul ball, a barely fouled. So he just went past the third baseman.
Third baseman
for
almost snagged it in foul territory. That's good effort on his part.
Kyle Harmon almost had it for Guymon. But it'll be a Bobby Lewis foul ball instead, and the count goes 1-2. So one of the few times we've seen 2 strikes on a Midwest City batter. So we'll see how Sissons handles the bat with 2 strikes. Pitch high and ball 2. So 2-2 in the second inning, 4-0 Midwest City, 1 out. Again, the bottom of this inning brought to you by Rose State College. There goes Rideau swinging at that. That's a line drive foul ball.
He's getting around that, too.
Bobby Lewis foul ball.
He's going to knock that just past the third baseman fair in a second. I can feel it.
Tough inning for Villarreal and Guymon, as Midwest City has already played it in 3 runs. Go back to first. Rideau gets back easily. I think with 1 out, you don't count on Sisson striking out. I think Villarreal's going to, Villarreal's pitcher throwing back to first. I think Rideau's going to take off.
What do you think, Coach?
Guess.
What do you think? What do you think? That's what he said, Coach. He was looking at the first base coach, and we're supposed to give a shout out to the first base coach's dad.
Yeah.
Oh, that was close.
That ball landed between the catcher and first baseman out in foul territory. It's another Bobby Lewis foul ball, and I stand corrected. Rideau did not take off there, as it was not a full count. That was part of my mistake there. Bombers and the Tigers. The winner going to take Noble on next game. They hope to get that in. They feel like they can. There's some debate about moving things back. And that is called strike 3, our first strikeout. So good pitch there from Villarreal. That's a Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout. Dynamic Health Clinic, Dr. Coffin specializes in athletic injuries and is able to get athletes back in action very quickly using a system called Advanced Muscle Integration. Play better and recover faster at Dynamic Health Clinic. All right, here's Brian Williams now up to bat. Swung at the first pitch and popped out to right field. Runner goes, no throw. Rideau has that steal.
I'd say the catcher doesn't have confidence in his arms or just knows better. One of the two, that he can't beat it.
Well, I mean, you always figure the leadoff hitter of any team is going to be fast, and Rideau is no exception to the rule. He's an exception to the rule of catchers not being fast. Williams, again, just taking hacks at pitches, maybe a little high in the zone, so he's going to pop out again.
Nope.
Or no, the first baseman
get
drops
an RBI.
it. And that would definitely be an error on the first baseman, Matthew Connor. Is still an RBI?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He scored on his
Well, we'll definitely
hit.
call that an E3 and an RBI for Brian Williams. A run scored for Terrence Rideau. Williams will take first. Let's see if he stays at first for very long. Wouldn't expect it. And now Kevin Nelson. But what do you think about the approach from Brian Williams? He's being aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, that's all he can do. I mean,
he's going to be aggressive on the base pass here, and that was a little close. Not a bad throw from the catcher from Guymon, that being Dunnigan, but throw not in time. So Williams, of course, probably the fastest base runner Midwest City has, steals second.
I noticed there were 2 Dunnigans on their team, and one's Isaac and the other one's Isaiah. I'm assuming they're twins, but I haven't seen the other one's still on the bench. I hadn't seen him come out yet.
It's probably a safe assumption that they are related. But we're expecting Carl Albert to start their game. They're going to play Altus, Tom, as Carl Albert in the winners bracket. Oh, back in Midwest City. That ball is sliced. Can the second baseman get
booted
there time?
it.
Oh, he booted it. Williams will round third, and then he'll head back to first. And so now the defense from Guymon is becoming a bit of a problem here as Jeremiah Bankston booted what should have been an easy third out. So that would be an E4. And now runners at the corners for Midwest City. So Kevin Nelson at first. And Washburn batting now. I missed what happened with him in the first inning, Tom.
I did too. I don't know why. I didn't mark it down.
Probably, I think he flew out. I just don't know what position. That may have grazed his shoulder. Williams comes back, but the carom, I think the catcher, they're saying he's safe. We're going to see that again, Tom. What do you think of that?
I had him safe.
That was close. I think
the official was right in the right place, and the kid dove. I mean, he got a good bounce off the backstop, and he was coming forward. And as he was coming in,
we're going to watch that again on the Eastside Church of Christ instant replay. When I saw a carom like that off the backstop, I thought Williams was toast. But of course, like I said earlier, he's the fastest base runner for Midwest City, and he was blazing there. The score is now 5-0.
The count.
Pitch, yeah, that pitch is a ball, but they didn't update the scoreboard yet, but it is 2-0. Also, Kevin Nelson takes second. They look back at him. He's not a threat to steal, I don't think.
He almost fell down leaning toward the plate or the base. He needs to go ahead and just jump back there. And it's good
pitch there from Villarreal, strike one. Bombers with 4 runs here in the bottom of the second inning. They're looking to set up what would be a potentially big-time matchup against Noble in Game 3. That ball is foul. Hit the blue in for Noble there. Bobby Lewis foul ball, strike 2. Bobby Lewis, surprisingly great rates at 2 locations to serve you in both Choctaw and Del City. So if you're in Midwest City, just pick either one. He's in Del City Tuesdays and Thursdays as Bobby Lewis. He's in his Choctaw location the other days. Oh, good pitch there. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Another Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout. Villarreal with some heat. Got Washburn swinging, but Midwest City did some damage as they batted around this inning, and they now lead the Tigers by a score of 5-0. We head to the third inning. It's Midwest City Bomber baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Do you want to start?
I want to start a car mechanic shop.
Let's say we go to Scissor Tip.
Ready to go get some coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
You got it.
I think she was from
1,
Rose State.
2, 3.
Woo-hoo!
Congratulations, Rose State college graduates.
Welcome back to Middale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray, Tom Carpenter. We're enjoying some Kansas right now. This is the Buffalo Wild Wings, top of the third inning. This matchup is basically round one, second game of round one. First game was Southeast taking on the home team, Noble. Noble won that game 11-1. So they're in the winner's bracket. Midwest City looking to join them. Tom, it's early, but it looks like Noah Polston, he has not allowed a base hit. He's faced the minimum number of batters. He does not have a perfect game because he's walked a guy and hit a guy by a pitch, but both base runners got out.
Yep.
So you can't really complain about what we're seeing from Noah Polston.
No, he's been doing his job.
Here is Julius Villarreal. He's the starting pitcher. Got a couple strikeouts last inning, but had some lowlights in that inning as well. And takes a high pitch from Polston for ball one. You're not going to throw out your ace, Tom, in this game.
No.
Because you're expecting to win, admittedly. I mean, we're not breaking any news by saying that. But you still want a pitcher who you can trust to take care of business.
Right.
Not mess around. That pitch is sliced foul for strike one, a Bobby Lewis foul ball. This inning, of course, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings. Be sure to watch the Middale Sports Report. We talked to some Carl Albert tennis and soccer players and coaches. Tom, yesterday was great. Ground ball. Kind of a low throw there from Llewellyn, but Colson's able to field it for out number one. And again, some efficient work right now from Polston.
Yep, just throw ground balls, let them play. Let the guys play behind you. They can do it.
Yeah, this is a very solid infield. They've gotten better. The outfield's probably even better for Midwest City. They got pure speed in the outfield with Ware, Williams, and King, but they have not had any action yet.
I saw Williams track one down in the Moore game that it was just, I thought he ain't going to get that. He ain't going to get that. He's out. Thought I heard the Sports Center sound in the back.
Yeah, well,
because he is fast.
He's a Division I for a reason. Not just because of what he can do with a bat. Polston does fall behind here for the second straight time, 2-0. Well, doesn't hurt him yet. He's may just take a couple pitches to kind of find the zone. But once he finds it, it's pretty effective. Like right there is Devin Sissons fields it cleanly. Getting the throw to first a little low, but not a problem as Colson is again able to dig it out. We'll have this replay here brought to you by Eastside Church of Christ. And, Tom, that was sharply hit, so you got to give Sissons credit for fielding that.
Oh, yeah, that's a hard-hit ball. I mean, that's he needs to work on his throws from over there, but it's all right.
Well, it's good you get this game to
and
hopefully.
Outs and out.
Yeah.
Get some of the bugs out, shake some of the cobwebs off.
Exactly. 2 outs now, and a swing and a miss. One of the first swings of the misses we've seen. This is Andres Ozeda. Ninth place sitter, also plays center field. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. Count is actually now 0-2. So looks like he's not comfortable with what he's seeing right now, but we'll see if he adjusts. It shows a good eye there, and the count now goes 1-2.
Yeah, I talked to a couple of the Guymon players. They were coming in, and I said, you boys spend a lot of time in the swimming pool? They've been here since Tuesday night, staying at the local motel.
Because this was supposed to start a day early.
Right.
Regionals for baseball are initially scheduled for Thursday, but it's that time of year, late April, early May, where Mother Nature can change plans. And so a lot of regionals have already started. Some started on Tuesday. I know in 5A, Sepulpa is already in state. They were a semifinalist last year before losing to Carl Albert. So we see that pitch is low for a ball. So Ozeda, after 2 bad swings, works the count now even, 2-2. That pitch is sliced foul. I'll tell you this, for Noah Polston, you expect him to be a big part of the plans for Midwest City next year. As he is a sophomore, he could become potentially the ace of the staff next year. So it's good he gets this experience. And he gets his first strikeout there. That is a Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout. Dynamic Health Clinic in Hera. It's worth the drive if you're in Midwest City because Dr. Kaufman is awesome as he specializes in athletic injuries and is able to get athletes and non-athletes like me back in action very quickly in a system called Advanced Muscle Integration. Play better, recover faster at Dynamic Health Clinic. We're going to head to the bottom of the third. You're watching Midwest City Bomber Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
And welcome back to Middale Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Rose State, bottom of the third inning. Rose State College parents want to save money on college. We know the answer. So help your student get ahead by earning college credit in high school. It's called concurrent enrollment, and Rose State College makes it easy and very affordable. Apply today at rose.edu/concurrent. So Midwest City, they want to get a run rule if they can, meaning and then doing it quickly, meaning they bat in 4 innings, they pitch in 5, and we're done with this game after 4.5 innings total. But the main thing they want is the win, and they're in good shape at the moment. Polston's looking pretty good. Has not given up a base hit yet. And the Bombers have had some very good at-bats. Tom, any other observations from what we've seen so far?
No, it's everything we expected. I mean, I didn't know what to expect from the Guymon, but some of their fielding has cost them a little bit. And
the scoreboard actually has 6-0. Was I missing a run? I thought it was 6 or 5.
I did too.
Scoreboard says 6. We'll keep it at 5 for now. We may check. I don't know where that run we missed was.
But again, that's one of those when I'm umpiring, I always say, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, because sometimes they just don't get it right.
So this is Stephen Llewellyn, who started the last inning out with a walk and then scored a run on a wild pitch. His second at bat here, or second, I should say, plate appearance, and he works the count 2-0. He did not swing his last at bat, if I remember correctly.
No.
So he's seen 6 straight balls. Let's see if Villarreal can find the zone here against Llewellyn.
Nope. Not yet.
It's 3-0. I wonder if if you're going to pitch later today, if you like the idea of not swinging as very much.
No, you're a baseball player. You're a kid. You got it.
Right.
You can do this.
That's true. I overthink some of this. He checked his swing on 3-0, and that is the first strike he's seen as the count goes 3-1.
I never.
Just saying, he's gonna. If he pitches in the second game, it'll be the biggest game of his life.
Full
Big
count.
hack there.
Yeah, on a 3-0 pitch, I never could hold that. They'd say, don't swing at it, do the right thing, be smart. I'd always swing at it. I didn't care because I knew they were going to throw me some juice up there.
But that was a called strike, wasn't it?
Yes.
I definitely checked the swing. Didn't on the 3-1 pitch. Now it's 3-2. He lines one,
he
and
got
it's caught by
robbed.
the second baseman. That was as hard hit as any ball Midwest City's had.
Jeremiah Bankston.
But good play by Bankston.
Golly, snag.
To record out number 1.
That should have been a base hit. Call the cops. He got robbed.
So 1 out here for Colston.
Number 3, Colston.
As Llewellyn lines out the second. Colston had a base hit his last at bat. Hitting the ball real well for Midwest City right now. As Tom talked about his home run he had a few days ago. And he takes the ball there. Big hack
Pops that one
there.
up. It's out.
Popped up and out of play. It's going to be a Bobby Lewis foul ball and a strike 1.
Hit it that way.
That one is smoked, and it should land right in front of the center fielder for another base hit for Kenny Colston. Like we're talking about, Tom, he has remained hot.
He just needs to keep doing it.
That's probably the best hit ball. I mean, that was, you could hear it in the bat. It was smoked, and it got to the outfield.
Number 11, King.
Here's Lincoln King batting. He drew a walk and scored sliding, as we were admiring his slide, on a base hit later in the inning. Colston has to dive back to first, but he gets back in time.
He hesitated just a second. If I'm out in the field, sometimes that's your death nail.
Well, you know he wants to take second.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't want to waste much time.
He's pushing it, too. That's going to.
Yeah, that's close. He's committed to getting a big lead here. And he takes off a hit and run, and King lines it right for the center fielder, so Colston will be able to take third. As it falls right in front of Ozeta, and Midwest City has runners at the corners, and that ball by Lincoln King, Tom, was smoked.
Yes, sir. Hit that very solid.
So here's Torrey Ware. He ground out to second base. Okay, I'm going to call it here. He's going to try to bunt. See if Lincoln King tries to steal first. He does. And more hit and run action, but this time King has to hurry back as the ball stays in foul territory and is caught by the first baseman for out number 2. That's a good job by Connor of Guymon as he had to catch it over Isaiah Dunnigan, the catcher. You know, if you know the base runner is going to go and you have Lincoln King running, I would take that first pitch. But that's me. Here's Terrence Rideau now batting.
Number 6, Rideau.
Told a lot of coaches this year, I've seen a lot of runners left on base at the end of the inning, and I think that's something you got to work on. If you get runners out there, let's score them. That's what they're there for.
Yeah, we're looking at that right now with 2 outs. King does not take off there, and one of the few times we've seen a first pitch strike.
Yeah, Rideau, it might have been a little low for him, but I'm just not saying anything. But
well, you're buddies with the other umpire, right?
Yeah.
No, then you're not really saying anything, though. The home plate umpire's done a good job. That's a chopper, and I don't think there'll be a play at second. No. That's going to lead to Middle City
scores.
Run. Thanks to the speed of Rideau, the shortstop, Pacheco, going to his left. He really couldn't get a good throw there. And I think that's definitely an infield single and an RBI for Rideau. Run scores is Colston. And that should make the score 6-0. Anything going on there with Coach Haddix? Looked like he was going to say something to the umpire. We were both kind of looking down.
I don't know what he would say.
Yeah. Now, we believe that makes the score 6-0. So that's what we're going to say, but the scoreboard will say 7-0.
Well, trust me, if the parents have gone up and said anything and it's supposed to be 7, it will be 7. Because they'll be up here if it's wrong. If it's supposed to be 6. Parents from the other team will be up here. They do that all the time.
Well, does Guymon have many parents come? That's a hard trip for them to make.
There's a bunch out there.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad to see that.
I saw some earlier.
In the dirt, and that's going to advance both base runners.
Okay, Sissons, you can be the man here.
Yeah, that's what
pop one out there and right center and just over the second baseman's head, and you'll be the hero. You'll be hitting the ball.
All right, Tom,
some runs.
You've convinced me. We're going to call it 7 now on our scoreboard. Pitch is outside the zone for a 3-0 count now. Well, we talk up Sissons. He may just take that open first base, though. And with Brian Williams up next, that's a good accomplishment as well. That is called strike 1. But that's the thing, if you're Villarreal, even though Williams has kind of been chasing, his first at bat. You don't want to walk Sissons here with the Dallas Baptist commit on deck. But that's what happens. Well, we haven't seen this too often, partly because he bats third in the order, but Brian Williams batting with the bases loaded. I think it's real important now, and I know Brian Williams is as mature as any high school baseball player, that he doesn't get too aggressive here.
He's got a sweet enough swing. He knows that he can get the ball in the outfield without even putting any extra effort or lunging at anything.
So bases are full for Brian Williams, and that pitch is in the dirt. But Brian Williams immediately held up his hand for the runner at third, I believe is Lincoln King, not to advance. That's probably a good call. That could have been close. And the count now goes 1-0 as the ball got past the catcher, but not too far past him. One-zero pitch for Villarreal. Low ball, too. So now Williams is being patient. Again, he wasn't so patient his first two at-bats. Kind of swung at one out of the zone his second at-bat and still got an RBI out of it, but it was because it was dropped by the first baseman. Big hack there for a Bobby Lewis foul ball. Count goes 2-1. Bombers with one run in this inning. 2 outs now. They're looking to add to that. Maybe they can get that run rule in place here, even though there's still some more innings to go. That's a good inside pitch. He had Williams, holding his bat up there, Tom. That's, to me, one of Villarreal's best pitches of the day so far for Guymon, and that's now evening the count 2-2. Now Williams has to protect the plate with 2 strikes. And Williams sends one to shallow right field.
Did he catch it? He caught it.
And that is
second
caught.
Baseman.
Another good play by the second baseman, Bankston. He's made a couple of them. And that avoids the big inning for Midwest City, so that will do it for them in that inning. They do get a run. And nothing more. So we will head to the 4th inning here. You're watching Midwest City Bomber Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Experience the best wash in town at Tommy's Express. You'll love our open and bright tunnels, easy loading flat belt conveyor, unlimited membership, and free vacuums and mat washers. Experience the difference and visit Tommy's Express today.
Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Right now you can also watch Carl Albert Titan Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network, so be sure to go back and forth. Carl Albert taking on another Oklahoma Sports Network team in Altus. This is the Buffalo Wild Wings, top of the 4th inning. Midwest City's up 7-0, looking for a date with Guymon later today. The sun's starting to come out.
A date with Noble?
Date with Noble. Noble. I don't know why I'm interchanging Noble and Guymon so much, but like you said, I'm a knucklehead.
You overdosed on Buffalo Wild Wings at lunch. That was the problem.
Maybe it's those digestive enzymes.
There you go.
That's a bit of an inside joke there. I took them again they have a good hospitality room here at Noble. This is actually a good setup, Tom. I'm actually liking what we had. Other than the fact that the Wi-Fi tricked me into thinking we would have a good stream with it, and
it did not.
That caused us to miss the top of the 1st inning, but that was it. Everything came back on when we got the proper technology working, and we're happy to have you this game. First time we've had Midwest City postseason baseball. We've had Del City on because they were at the Carl Albert Regional the last 2 years. Obviously, we've had a lot of Carl Albert. But we have not had Midwest City baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network in the postseason, and that changes today. Back to the top of the order for the Guymon Tigers. Pacheco, who walked and then got caught stealing, gets the Bobby Lewis foul ball there. Count goes 0-1. Noah Polston working well. This will be the first time the ball's hit into the outfield. And no problem for Brian Williams, as he'll corral it easily for out number 1. And like we've said before, Tom, when it comes to this outfield, the range is not a problem.
No.
Because we know Lincoln King in right field can run. Torrey Ware in left field can definitely run. And then Brian Williams, not only can he run, but I'm not saying the other two don't. He knows the position in and out, inside and out. That's what he is. He's a center fielder through and through.
That's a good pitch.
Except in basketball where he's a forward. Anyway, and a state champion one at that.
That's correct.
Isaiah Dunnigan, the catcher, takes strike 1 there from Polston, who's been extremely effective for the Bombers. Pitch there is out low and inside for ball 1. That pitch in the dirt, ball 2.
Not the kind of pitch he wanted to throw, I think.
Yeah, but it's nice when you throw that pitch in the dirt and no one has to panic because no one's on base.
Right.
Here's the 2-1 delivery. Swung on and missed. That may be the pitch he was looking for, right?
And I always say the difference between girls softball, fast pitch softball, and boys baseball, that boy will just reach behind and get a baseball. The girl, the catcher for fast pitches, she's scrambling for that ball, runners or not.
That pitch is inside. Count goes full.
Pretty high pitch. Almost hit him. Don't want to hit anybody. Put him on base. Keep him off the base.
Polston has walked a batter already, but that batter was retired on the bases. That ball is smoked and past Sissons, fielded there by Washburn.
Washburn almost made a play.
He had no chance to make a – I don't think he had a chance to make a throw there.
It would have been a close. That's why he was smart to hold it.
And that will be the first base hit for Guymon. An infield single from Dunnigan, but make no mistake, that was smoked. So that was also the hardest hit ball. And so another base runner for Guymon. It's their third. The last two have been thrown out on the base pass. We'll see if Drazen Romero can change it. Oh, he goes right to Washburn, and Washburn may have had – I don't think he would have gotten it, so he doesn't throw. Probably a good idea.
Smart move, yeah.
The way that was smoked right to Washburn for out number 2, it looked for a second like Washburn might be able to throw back to first to get out Dunnigan.
If he had been stealing, he'd been in a world of hurt.
Well, hey, give Guymon credit. The last 2 hitters have hit the ball pretty hard. And that ball will be a little tricky for Washburn, but he fields it pretty nicely. And a really good throw to Colston for out number 3. So, in the end, that base hit doesn't really mean much. And Midwest City continues with their shutout as we head to the bottom of the 4th. You're watching Midwest City Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Red Plains Plumbing has been offering reliable commercial and residential services to the OKC metro area for over a decade. From new construction and remodeling to residential repair, they can handle jobs of all sizes. When you need a trusted name in plumbing, it's Red Plains Plumbing. Family owned and operated. Phone 405-769-1922. That's 405-769-1922.
Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber playoff baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. This is the Rose State bottom of the 4th inning. Jordan Ray, Tom Carpenter. We normally do Midwest City Bomber football. We're happy to bring you playoff baseball right here. The Bombers with a 7-0 lead. If they hold on, they will be playing Noble for a huge game. We'll talk more about what makes that game so important when we get there. But basically, it's usually the game that determines who gets to state is that next game.
Right.
Meanwhile, one of the Guymon coaches was talking with the umpire. I don't know what that could be about because we haven't had any real controversial calls yet.
No.
New pitcher for the Tigers, number 5, Pacheco.
So we have a pitching change for Guymon. The shortstop, Misraim Pacheco, hope I'm pronouncing his first name right, Misraim, is... You want to make another...
No, that's a Misraim. It looks
yeah.
like Misraim.
He's moving from shortstop to catcher. I don't know if Villarreal might... We see this a lot. They'll just switch positions here, so we've got to keep an eye out for that, who the shortstop is. Does look like Villarreal. I'm not going to say it's definitely him. Tom, so what? That's number 4.
That's
Ozeta. So Ozeta moves from center field to shortstop.
37's Villarreal is in center field.
So Villarreal moves to center field. Okay, so 3-way switch there in the field. Tom, if you're seeing a new pitcher in this situation, do you really change anything as far as your approach? Like, do you want to look Kevin Nelson being the leadoff batter this inning?
No.
For Midwest City?
No, we just want him to go up there and hit the ball. Anytime he shows up, he just needs to hit the ball because he can.
He reached on an E4 his last at bat. Oh, hits that one hard. I made Tom duck there for a second. Bobby Lewis foul ball. It's going to be strike 1.
You never can tell. You got to stay loose.
We do have a window open for our camera, and you're right by that.
I am.
So, like you said, I mean, Kevin Snyder stood in being patient in this at bat, at least not at the moment as he swung on the first pitch. He's looking to really lace one in fair territory. Instead, he gets hit. And that's not really a pitch you mind too bad, Tom, because that was not a fastball, and it hit him, in an area around the hip or somewhere doesn't really smarts very much. So Kevin Nelson will take first base. And James Washburn will be the batter.
14, Washburn.
Washburn, one of the few Bombers who struck out this game. He struck out his last at bat. So he's going to try to fix that against this new pitcher for Guymon. That pitch way outside, ball 1. Again, the new pitcher for Guymon was their starting shortstop, Pacheco. Bombers have scored at least 1 run in every inning. Looking for another big inning. They had a big bottom of the 2nd inning. It's inside, ball 2. Just want to remind you, we have Carl Albert. They're already in the 2nd game for them. They started on time back in Midwest City. These games have been moved 2 hours back. That pitch is low, ball 3. Stephen Llewellyn on deck for Midwest City. .3-0 delivery. And that is ball 4. So 2 base runners now for Midwest City. We got Nelson now at second base, Washburn at first base, Stephen Llewellyn the hitter. He lined out to second base his last at bat.
Which was a hard hit ball, and
it
was a good fielding play by Bankston for Guymon to snag that ball. Should have been a base hit.
He's going to show bunt here. I've been wondering when they'll do that, and he bunts it foul. So what do you think about that, Tom, in this spot?
Yeah, it's a good spot.
We've seen one other attempt at bunting. I forgot who it was. It may have been. Well, no, I don't think it was. I forgot who it was. Might have been Devin Sissons. At any rate, that's a foul ball, strike 1. We'll see if he tries again.
Third's playing way back. It's probably the reason Coach called that.
And he was right by the third baseman, the Bomber head coach, Joe Haddix, has done a good job with this program. That ball smoked right to third baseman. He can tag at third. Goes to first for the double play and gets it. You don't see double plays very often, but it's tailor-made there. Kyle Harmon does a good job with it. Fielded it cleanly. He just had to make a step at third base and got the out. And that's a double play. Base runner still at second base for Midwest City. That's why you wish you had that bunt working for you. However, Midwest City can still get a run with Kenny Colston, who's had 2 hard-hit singles. And I believe he has 2 runs scored.
I think so.
I have him down for 1, but sometimes I don't track that either.
I didn't track it either, but I'm pretty sure he does.
Would love another base hit here. Tries for it. Misses the pitch a little bit. That's going to be a Bobby Lewis foul ball, strike 1. So 0-1 the count to Colston. Again, he's as hot as any Midwest City batter going right now. Takes that pitch inside for a ball. And here's the 1-1 delivery. Inside ball 2. Pacheco, the pitcher for Guymon, his first inning of work, has had a double play for his support.
Saved him.
Yeah, as he was in a tough spot there. But Midwest City got grounded into a 6-3 double play, 5-3 double play. And then we got a swing and a miss there by Colston. So maybe this is Pacheco settling in some with a very good 2-1 pitch. We'll see if he can finish off Colston and if Guymon can get their first scoreless inning here. Lined out right to the shortstop. That's the new shortstop in for Guymon. That being Andres Ozeda, who makes the out. And no runs for Midwest City. The score will remain 7-0. You are watching Midwest City Bomber Baseball right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
If you've lived in Oklahoma long enough, you'll know that we get extreme weather. With that extreme weather comes hail damage to your roof and an insurance claim. When that happens, there's not a better company to deal with on your insurance claim than Cantrell Roofing and Construction. Since 1987, Cantrell Roofing and Construction has proven to be the best in the business, and always remember, got hail? Call Cantrell. Call them at 405-642-8558.
Welcome back to Midwest City Bomber Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network, and I should say Midwest City Bomber Playoff Baseball. This top of the 7th inning, it's 7-0, top of the 5th inning, is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings in Del City. Buffalo Wild Wings located 5500 Tinker Diagonal. Come to Buffalo Wild Wings to support your favorite Midwest City spring sports team. You can also support tennis, track, and soccer. Even if they're not in season anymore, you can go there and support that team. Just give them the right letter.
Top of the 5th for the Tigers, number 30, Bankston.
And that team will get 10% of the proceeds. That includes, of course, Midwest City Baseball. Right now, Jeremiah Bankston, who grounded out to first base, hit it right to the first baseman. Colston, his last at bat, is the leadoff hitter for Guymon here. That first pitch got away from Noah Polson, the pitcher, for ball number 1. Ooh, some good heat there, Tom.
Yes, sir.
Good, had a good pop to it. Strike 1 there. One hit so far for Guymon. Another swing and a miss. We're seeing some Really good stuff there from Polson. He's really dialed it up a bit. As he looks to get a dynamic health clinic strikeout, and he will. Wow. I got to show that one again. That pitch was at his feet, and he swung at it. And I'm going to give all the credit to Polston there, Tom, as he just had him fooled right there.
Bordeaux could have placed it there. That could have been what a coach could have called it. Pitching coach could have called it over there. Coach Winkle or whoever.
No, I'm giving Colston all the credit there for that strikeout of Bankston, even though that you don't see that type of strikeout every day. Let's just say that.
He's throwing a changeup because that 18 just suckered for it, too.
Yeah, the Dynamic Health Clinic strikeout, Dynamic Health Clinic in Harrah. Go see Dr. Kaufman for any reasons, not just chiropractic reasons, as he is a chiropractor, but he also does functional medicine. One away here. And the first pitch to Christian Madrano, the designated hitter, is, again, in the dirt, just like the last batter was. We saw that before Polson started to get things in order. That ball stays in play. Sissons is able to field it cleanly. Good throw there to Colston. Kind of reminds me, Tom Sissons at one point was a quarterback on the football team.
Yes, he was.
And he has done solid work today at third base. Gets out number 2 right there. And
I'm just glad to see him back being an athlete and doing what he does after his, he got hurt and he got
shoulder injury. Yeah,
he had to get rehabbed, and he did. He did everything he was supposed to do, and he's back playing baseball now, and I'm proud of him.
Swing and a miss for Julius Villarreal, who's now in center field. He grounded out to second his last at bat. I'll be proud of Noah Polston right now. He's
doing the
very
job.
effective. Yeah. He's showing the indications, and Guymon's not going to be the toughest team they face, I know, but he's showing the indications he can be the ace of the team next year.
Ooh, close pitch.
Good pitch. That's catch the inside corner for strike 2. And Polson can strike out the side if he can throw one more. Strike. Pitch low and away, ball 1. But he's been very efficient. Here's your 1-2 delivery. Low, ball 2.
Seen a lot of 0-2 and 1-2 pitches this year where they had a hit by pitch. And I just, that's one of those things that coach pulls his hair out because.
Well, you got to give credit there to Villarreal as he's worked the count full.
Full count. Let's see what we can do with this one. Set him down.
Yeah, you don't want to walk him on your 0-2 there, but he
Nope,
will.
Ball 4.
Well, perhaps we're dabbing him up a bit too much.
I blame you for that, okay.
Yeah. But give a lot of credit to Villarreal for Guymon as he draws a walk. And Matthew Connor, the first baseman, will now step in. 8th in the batting order for Guymon. And still a chance for Polson to strike out the side.
20, Connor.
He's only given up one base hit so far. It was an infield hit. It was hard hit. So that first pitch is inside for a ball. Swung on and missed there. The scheduled start time for the next game, because, again, everything has been moved 2 hours back, is 6 o'clock. Runner goes. Rideau's already thrown out one base runner. Won't get this one.
Unless he came off. Oh, didn't come off.
So a stolen base for Villarreal, and for the first time, Guymon has a runner in scoring position. That was called a strike. So if you're Polson, you don't even really worry about that. Just get this out here with 2 strikes and 2 outs. I'll try here.
Good block.
Low, ball 2. Guymon batter showing some good patience here. Batting with 2 strikes, taking some pitches. Maybe some have not been that close, but still, after the first 2 strikeouts, it looked like they would swing at anything. That pitch gets past Rideau, and Villarreal should take third easily. So now another count works full after Polston was ahead in the count. As the count goes 3-2.
I was calling ball in Tuttle last weekend, and after every inning they were announcing how many pitches the pitchers threw because OSSAA is keeping track of that now.
It's a base hit. That's going to lead to Guymon's first run. Thanks to advances on the base pass. Give credit to Matthew Connor for some two-strike hitting with an RBI single, scoring Villarreal. And now Milwaukee's got a little more work to do if they want to get that run rule, as the score is now 7-1. Pitch way outside for a ball. It's almost like, we'll see if he proves me right here. Polston throws a little better when he's behind in the count. Now he's having a bit of trouble finding that strike zone. (2-0). That ball is roped to center field, but it'll hang there for Brian Williams. And there is out number 3, but Guymon gets a run in. Midwest City needs 4 runs now to win this game in the bottom of the 5th. We'll see what they can do. And you are watching Middale Playoff Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network,
where sports is our middle name.
Let's go. What business do you want to start?
I want to start a car mechanic shop.
Let's say we go to Scissor Tape.
Ready to go get some coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
You got it.
I think she was from
One,
Rose State.
2, 3.
Woo-hoo!
Congratulations, Rose State college graduates.
And welcome back to Midwest City Bomber Playoff Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray, Tom Carpenter, we're normally the Midwest City football announcing crew. And we're excited to bring you our first ever Midwest City Bomber Playoff baseball game on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Midwest City up 7-1. Probably find some things they could have done better to this point against the Guymon team that they're expected to beat. But they've also had a lot of things going their way. They need to score 3 runs here to get a run rule, though. And 4 runs, of course, yeah, because of the runs that Guymon scored last inning. It was 3 heading into this inning.
Sometimes when you're an umpire, you don't want to say anything, and your partner will come running in and goes, hey,
Yep.
they get 1 more. It's a run rule. Thanks, You just jinxed it, and then it goes away. You get to set another couple innings.
So again, Misraim Pacheco out to pitch his second inning. He did not allow a run. Got the help of a ground ball double play, a 5-3 double play. Not often you see that, but that was a tailor-made 5-3 double play that prevented Midwest City from getting a couple runs in. They're going to lead off this inning with, I see a left-handed batter, so that must be Lincoln King.
Yeah, and with his speed, this is where you would want to see a bunt.
Bunt for a base hit, huh?
Because he is fast. He could put it down that third base line and be down there before they even know he's gone.
Well, Midwest City does have one other left-handed hitter, but he's not in the lineup. Although Turner McPherson, we'll see him maybe at some point in this postseason. If not, we'll definitely see him in the next year. As King takes the ball there. You could see in certain instances Turner McPherson pinch hitting for Torrey Ware. Pitches high, ball 2. That's a situation where you could take advantage of the rule of pitch hitting for someone and then letting them stay in the game for one time. King ahead 2-0 here. Now 3-0. I think you definitely will take call strike.
Took a strike on that one, yeah. Seemed kind of high for me.
Yeah, it did.
It was close.
And that umpire is very deliberate. He's not quick to make a call. Not a criticism, just an observation.
They always tell me to slow down.
Now that's a ball, so it's 3-1.
They always tell me to slow down, so I try to hesitate.
Mm-hmm. How loud is it when you call a strike? How loud are you?
I'm pretty loud with a strike. Called strikes, you don't call it when it's swung on.
That's true. Oh, swung on that pitch, 3-1.
And
works it.
If he's looking, especially on call 3, I ring him up.
King got a base hit his last at bat, so he's looking to add to that. Fouls this one up. It's in foul territory.
Third baseman got it.
And it's caught. We've seen some good fielding from Guymon this game.
Great catch.
That was a good basket catch there by Kyle Harmon. And what we've also seen is Midwest City kind of get ahead in the count and not really finish the deal. So that's out number 1 as King had a 3-1 count. Here's Torrey Ware batting now with 1 out. Ware's the only guy who hasn't gotten on base yet for Midwest City as he's grounded out and has fouled out to first base. But he should be patient here, Tom, because he's also one of those guys, if he gets on base, you can just count it automatic. He can take second.
Yep.
So he's working the count here 2-0. I don't know. I would almost tell him to take this until you see Pacheco consistently throw strikes. I think King kind of may have avoided that. Does swing at that pitch. There may have been a strike called, but at any rate, it's a strike swinging. So 2-1 now the count. Now he squares the bunt, pulls it back, though, and works the count 3-1. I just think it's important that these batters take advantage of that 3-1 count. We've seen a couple instances where they have not.
It's supposed to be the hitter's pitch, and then...
Yeah. Ware does. He draws that walk we were hoping for.
Yay.
How long will he wait before he takes off? I think we'll see if also Pacheco pays a lot of attention to him on first base. Because Torrey Ware is a base-stealing threat. Here's Terrence Rideau now.
He's fast. 4th
plate appearance for Rideau. He's had an RBI single. Stolen base. He's had an infield hit, I believe. Also reached E6. Comes up with one guy on. Takes a ball there. I think the goal here is Rideau and Sissons get on base. Somehow, however many runs they score, then you get Brian Williams one more chance with the bases loaded, or at least he would represent the 4th run. There's Ware taking off, and he is safe. Not a bad throw from the catcher. Oh, it got past him. Maybe it wasn't such a great throw.
Yeah.
Ware will retreat back to second. That pitch was called a strike, so 1-1 now the count to Rideau. As Ware does exactly what we thought he would. Does he think about stealing third? He's probably thinking about it. I doubt he'll do it. Because Rideau lines one down the left field line. That may get to the wall. It will get to the wall. Ware's going to score easily. And Rideau will stand up with a double.
Nice hit, young man.
Let's see that again on that Eastside Church of Christ replay. That ball was the hardest hit, farthest hit ball of the day. Eastside Church of Christ in Midwest City. Our instant replay sponsor, they believe in loving Jesus by loving their neighbors. Join them with song and praise beginning at 10 a.m. Eastside Church of Christ. How about that hitting from the freshman?
That was a great shot down the line. It's what we need.
So Ware scores. That's going to make, or Ware scores from second. He would have probably scored from first. And it's 8-1 now, Midwest City, so there's one run back. Now they need 3 more runs. Sissons takes that inside pitch for a ball.
He almost didn't duck out of there. I don't think I would want to get hit. Gets throwing fairly hard, not the fastest we've seen all year, but
he would have gotten hit probably in the forearm, and that would have hurt. I don't know if it would have hurt that badly. I don't know. I'm not saying you want to do it. It's 2-0 is now the count. As Sissons did get out of the way of that first pitch, now it takes a second pitch for ball 2. Midwest City trying to secure a date with Noble, the home team, later this evening. 3-0 now the count. Brian Williams is on deck. He will bat this inning, barring a crazy double play, some type of tag out. That pitch is called for a strike. Yeah, that umpire does take his time calling the strike. But I think the catcher and batter hear it, so they're not waiting on it on the motion like we are. So here's the 3-1 delivery.
Ball 4.
Way outside. And Sissons will take first with a walk. So Brian Williams, I'm going to go ahead and say it. If he hits a home run, this game will end 11-1, just like the score of the first game here earlier today. So maybe that's why we have a meeting at the mound.
Yeah, he's
See if
done.
there's going to be a pitching change. All right. We're going to go and take a break then with a pitching change. You're watching Midwest City Playoff Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network,
where sports is our middle name.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Welcome back to Midwest City Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. This is the Rose State bottom of the second inning. Rose State, saving money on college is very easy at Rose State. Concurrent enrollment allows students to earn up to 27 tuition-free hours of college credit while still in high school. Apply today at rose.edu/concurrent. As Tom said, we have a new pitcher.
Number 3, which is Drazen Romero, was out in left field. I think once again they just did some position changes.
So Drazen Romero will come in from left field. And not able to get a good look at the left fielder. Although the pitcher came from the outfield last time, I thought. So that could be where he goes back to. That being, well, I'm sorry, Pacheco came from shortstop, so I don't know where he is now at the moment, but we'll try to update that to you as best we can. But the new pitcher against Drazen Romero, who started this game in left field. Brian Williams has 2 on.
Double
Immediately
steal.
they go to a double steal, and in there is Terrence Rideau. First pitch, not a bad throw at all from Noble's catcher Isaiah Dunnigan, but Rideau too fast. Sissons also with a stolen base. So now Williams can get 2 in with a single, and he works the count 2-0. See how locked in Brian Williams is here. Well, he's got nothing to swing at, so he takes that pitch 3-0. On deck, Kevin Nelson. Midwest City could have the up 10 run on first base in the form of the speedy Brian Williams. He's hacking on 3-0, Tom. What do you think? I mean, it's Brian Williams. You're going to give him the green light.
Sure.
That's a Bobby Lewis foul ball. Just Still taken a little by surprise. But, again, you give him a lot of rope. 3-1. And he
loads him up.
Loads him up with a walk. I was kind of waiting to see what the umpire would do. But that is ball 4. Okay, this is exciting. Kevin Nelson.
30, Nelson.
And he can hit it hard, and he can end this with a double. We'll step up to bat here. Nelson hit by a pitch his last time. Pitch by Drazen. I want to call him by his first name because we were talking about how to pronounce it. But Romero, I should say. That pitch is outside for ball 1. Carl Albert up 8-0. This is the second game for them. This is the winner's bracket game against Altus, and they're up 8-0. That ball is low and outside, ball 2. As our impression, Tom, has been Carl Albert is a safe bet to get to state.
Oh, yeah.
This regional, because, again, we don't have a district champion. We have a team that finished second hosting a team that finished third in the next game if the score holds. This regional is more uncertain. Nelson showing bunt 3-0, maybe just for fun.
Yeah, 3-0. Sometimes you shake the pitcher up when he sees the bat come across there. And
he draws a walk, and that's going to be an RBI walk, as Rideau will score. And that will make the score Midwest City 9, Guymon 1. So, again, now a single, a solid hit single can end the game because Williams would probably score from first on anything in the outfield.
Once again, the infield should be in on the grass just to get the throw to home.
James Washburn drew a walk his last at bat, takes a pitch here outside ball 1. Of course, if you're just going to walk your way to a run roll, you'll take that too.
It's not as pretty.
No, but it may be how they do it as they're heading to count 2-0.
When Midwest City played more last week, it was senior night, and one of their seniors hit a grand slam dinger.
Yeah.
It was a walk-off to win the game for a run rule.
That pitch in the dirt gets away from the catcher, Dunnigan, but not too far away. The count goes 3-0. I don't think you give Washburn the green light 3-0, but we'll see. He does take, and it is ball 4. And another RBI walk. So we're hearing a lot of chirping, not anything negative necessarily. I don't know what they're saying, but a lot of chirping from the, I think, Noble players waiting. They're getting antsy. As they're counting right now. All right, score is 10-1. One more walk, this game's over. Or a wild pitch, this game's over. Stephen Newell in the batter.
Base hit, game's over.
Yeah.
That's why the infield's definitely in.
Hit by pitch, and the game is over. At this point, he hasn't thrown a strike in quite a while. I would not swing at anything.
I wouldn't either.
Now you're just two pitches away. Well, those Noble players are getting kind of loud. Not saying anything bad. No, that's 3-0. I thought for a second that umpire
a little high and in.
Will leave me guessing a little bit. That is high and in. All right, one more ball. This game is over.
That's it.
That's the ball.
Got to touch the game. They got to touch the bases.
Brian Williams will come around to give Midwest City the 11-1 lead and the win. We can hear Coach Hall, the athletic director and football coach at Midwest City, say, "Let's go, Bombers." As that's your final, Tom. Not much to complain about again. They got the job done in 5 innings.
Right, and they didn't have to use their best pitchers.
They did not.
That's the good news, and
okay, so let's update the score. It's 11-1, and we'll go ahead and we want to go ahead and get ready for the next game. Guymon and Midwest City. This is the game we've been waiting for here.
Right.
And so, but we want to go ahead and give out a player of the game. Player of the game brought to you by Louie's in Midwest City. Louie's, we're in your neighborhood. They are located at, in Midwest City, 6007 Southeast 15th Street. So please look up that address or just look up Louie's in Midwest City. They have a wide variety of great dishes. Louie's, again, we're in your neighborhood. We want to thank Bobby Lewis for being the foul ball sponsor, Eastside Church of Christ Instant Replay sponsor, Dynamic Health Clinic, the strikeout sponsor, Sherpa Moving, the starting lineup sponsor, Buffalo Wild Wings, the top of the inning sponsor, Rose State, the bottom of the inning sponsor, and Tom, player of the game. Usually if the pitcher goes the distance and wins, he's the guy unless someone really stands out at the plate. But what do you think?
I'm actually good with that because he stepped in and did what he needed to do. I like the play of Rideau. I obviously like the play of Colson. It's just hard to choose from that, but Noah Polson stepped up and did his job, so let's make him the player of the game.
Noah Polson is your Louie's and Midwest City player of the game. Congratulations to Noah Polston. He's done his job to get Midwest City to the point that they've been waiting for. This is the game coming up that it doesn't single-handedly determine who goes to state, but it goes a long way in that. And so Noah Polston is our Louie's player of the game for pitching a complete game victory in 5 innings, 5 strong innings. All right, we're going to call it a broadcast, but we'll come back. The game is scheduled to start at 6, but stay tuned. We don't know exactly when it will start. Weather's been very cooperative so far. We hope it stays that way. And reminder, this is going to be a game it's more of a toss-up game than any game we've had on the network so far, as Carl Albert is on their way to an easy victory against Altus, and they'll be done for the day. And they will be playing for a berth in state tomorrow evening, weather permitting. I think the weather will be better for tomorrow anyway. All right, but we're going to sign off for now. For Tom Carpenter, I'm Jordan Ray. Midwest City again with a victory. We'll show you one more time. 11-1 over the Guymon Tigers. And you've been watching Midwest City Playoff Baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network,
where sports is our middle name.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.